I'm
How is
saying?
what you're doing serving the
You
kingdom of God?
exactly.
Yeah.
Our purpose to get married is to help fulfill whatever he needs us to do to bring his actual will, his actual purpose into fruition, because his will is beyond me and my wife. His will is beyond my kids, beyond these different things. These are just blessings that he helps us with in a to give his people abundance. But for me to say God's will is for me to get married. How dare me to say the big God that I serve, his will needs to be me getting married. No, his will was Jesus dying on the cross. His will was creating the heavens and the new earth. His will was making sure we got commandments. His will was making sure we get understanding. These are his will. It has nothing to do with the free choices that he gave us. Because then what would you say if you and your wife didn't get married? Would you still say that's God's will? You see how you're trying to contradict God by doing this? This is a problem. This is why you can't say that the stuff that people freely choose to do is God's will. No, God's will is beyond us. Because if you and your wife decided to not to get married, then you'll say, well, that was God's will. So now what you're doing
God's
is
will just changes whenever.
you're interchanging his will.
Yeah.
No, God's will never change. God's will stays the same, and his will is above what we can fathom.
And for me, I know you were saying like they're blessings, but also they're doorways. From the way I view it in my mind is my marriage is a doorway to my salvation for me to avoid certain things that tempt me to get out of the will of God. Because we all have the ability to get out of the will of God. So the will of God does not circulate around our lives and what we want and what we think. We can be very grateful for the grace and mercy and the blessings, but outside of that, everything that you do that is a commandment where you're in obedience, where you are
We'll
yes,
get to that one because that's gonna be a
yeah,
little
it
long
can
answer.